7 years ago, having struggled to conceive a second child through IVF, Saira travelled to Pakistan in the hope of adopting a baby. Now, this was a trip that would change not only her life, but the life of a tiny baby girl, less than a week old. Well, she's a newborn, but it turned out...
Well, they said she was a newborn
wasn't.
because these orphanages in these developing countries are very basic. And I thought she was a newborn. So when I left, as I was leaving, the lady of the orphanage turned around to me and said, if there's anything wrong with the baby, bring her back and we'll give you a new one.
Oh, my...
Because that's
like taking a handbag back to a shop.
But Saira, how do they get little babies in the first place? Do people just leave them outside their door?
Well, basically, in a country like Pakistan, where, you know, children are given up, mainly girls, for whatever reason...
You said 99% of the babies that are given up are girls because they want boys, don't they?
Because they want boys, because for whatever reason. This particular charity has got 350 cradles at bus stops, in shopping centres, on the side of the roads.
So look, there's
in
one
orphanages,
there.
there's one there. And what you do is you put your baby in there. If you don't want your baby, you ring the bell,
what
you
does the
walk
sign
away,
say?
and the orphanage will come, and the people from the orphanage will come and take it. And the sign on the top says, please do not kill your baby, leave it here, and we will look after it.
So do you know anything about...
We know nothing.
Where she came from?
Nothing,
No.
nothing. But I always say, and I'm going to take this moment to say it to whoever is out there, thank you for bringing Amara and putting her in that cradle. Because some babies don't get put into the cradle for whatever reason.
But it's a fantastic charity, isn't it?
It is.
To make it easy, to make it shameless as well.
Exactly.
No
to
questions
remove all the
asked,
stigma from having a baby in whatever unfortunate situation. It must be heartrending enough for the mothers to give them up, but at least they can put them in those cribs and know that they will be looked after.
And I got a phone call 6 days after going into Pakistan, and they said, look, a baby girl's been abandoned. So I didn't choose. That was... Amara was the person, the baby that was there.
So you don't go around going,
That's
well, I have
right.
that one,
You
do
don't go and pick and choose. And I took her to the hospital, and that's where the doctor said, Saira, this baby isn't newborn, this baby's 4 days old, because they could see from the umbilical cord it was aged. And they actually turned round to my director, because we'd made a documentary about this, and said, look, you may want to turn your cameras off because this is very touch and go. And at that point, they then rushed her into intensive care, put drips on her, and I'm helpless. But there is something, although she didn't come out of my, you know, tummy, that bond that when you have a baby put into your arms, at that moment, I had to make a decision. I don't know what's wrong with this baby. I will never know about her medical condition. What do I do? And I looked at... Because the doctor said, look, what do you want to carry on, or do you want to take the baby back? And I said, this baby is mine, and whatever happens to her, I am taking her back to the UK.
And you did.
And I did. And she was in intensive care for 7 days. Every day I went, has she got HIV? No, she's cleared. I'd go back the next day. Is her heart OK? Yes, her heart's OK. Is her skull developing? Is all of that?
And Steve wasn't with you,
and I was
he was at home with Zach.
That's right,
because he's too dangerous to take.
Because it's such a dangerous
only
country.
2 as well at
Zach was
that
2.
time.
Steve had to stay behind. I had to go out on my own. I've got no family in that particular part of Kashmir, Karachi. And you know what? It's something about a mother's, like that tiger thing. You just go... And all this stuff was going on, all of this kind of... This may happen, she may not survive, this may happen, that... But I just blocked all of that out, and I was just like, she's going to survive.
Well, she's going to survive. She's going to come out in a moment. She can't hear us at the moment. She's backstage with some of our team. How much does she know? What have you told her?
Well, again, I wanted to say a massive thank you to all the social workers in this country who work tirelessly, not for money, because of the good of people in difficult situations. And our social workers at our charity was fantastic. They teach you right from the beginning. You tell your child they're adopted. This is something to be celebrated. You are no different to anybody else. I am her mummy. She had another tummy mummy, which Amara knows about, and we celebrate the way she's come into our life.
Look at you in your gorgeous dress.
We've been tabled now, Amara.
Yeah.
So you've been helping in makeup today, haven't you?
No, I haven't.
You did.
Amara,
You did.
You told me you hate makeup, don't you? You don't like makeup.
I don't like makeup.
No. You don't?
You don't
And I
need
said
makeup.
earlier, your mummy put on a special nice mummy voice when she was talking to you. She's not like that with us, you know.
So, Amara, Mummy said, because Mummy made this amazing documentary, so the story of how she found you and how you came together, and that you watch it on your birthday and you like to watch it. And Saira, generally, to parents and who have adopted children, how do you talk about it to other people and make it, you know, just something that comes up in conversation and people feel comfortable with?
Well, it's interesting because, you know, again, you have to go by how they teach you the language to use with adoption. And our social workers in the adoption process in this country just says, you know, you just talk to children, the fact that if anybody ever says to them, look, do you know you're adopted? They go, yeah, I know that, it's absolutely fine. So it comes up in conversation, and it's not really a big deal. And Amara knows all about her, is it tummy mummy?
Tummy mummy.
Tummy mummy. So
mummy.
she knows that Mara knows that she didn't come out of my tummy, but that I am her mummy. And there is a special lady out there who we always say a little wish for her and say thank you so much for everything that you've done,
and
that we're looking after her, and that she is absolutely fine.
She's an angel, is what you are. Well, it's really lovely to meet you. Thank you very much for coming in. And you had a special day off school today, didn't you? Do you want to wave at everyone at your school?
Do you want to wave to Daddy, actually? Because Daddy will be watching. Wave to Daddy.
Oh, he's recording.
Oh, he's recording. All right.
She's too smart. She's too smart.